Hello and welcome into the NJCAA Network. I'm Zach McKinstry, and thanks to all the parents, teams, fans tuning in to find out where their soccer team is going to be placed in these NJCAA championships. Today we've got Division I women's soccer for you, trying to find out the 8 district champions, where they're seated, and the 4 at-large bids, who's going to make it, where they're going to be seated, and how the pools are going to be shaken out. So let's go ahead and look at the full tournament bracket. It is the 4 pools split up into 3 teams. The 12 total teams that make it, as I mentioned, 8 district champs and 4 at-large bids. The 1, 8, and 12 in one pool, 3, 6, and 10 in another, 2, 7, and 11 in Pool B, and 4, 5, and 9 in that final pool to be played at Stryker Sports Complex in Wichita, Kansas. And the championships brought to you by Husqvarna. So on NJCAA Network, all the pool play will be on the NJCAA Network. Once we get to the semifinal stage, it will move to ESPN Plus for those semifinal games, which will be the winners of each pool. And then that championship game on November 18th as well on ESPN Plus. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. Start with Pool A and the number 1 overall seed in our Division I women's soccer tournament. It starts with Iowa Western and the Reavers, winners of the Central District. Perfect at 14-0 this year, ranked number 1 in the final poll of the season, and the reigning national champs after defeating Salt Lake 1-0 last year. Marta Lopez is a returner who was the offensive MVP of the tournament, scored the only goal in the championship game last year, and Iowa Western number 1 in the nation in assists with 99 on the year, deserving of that top seed. Joining them in the first pool will be the 8th seed, Hill, out of Texas. 12-2-2 are the South Central champions. They were ranked 13 in the final poll of the year, top 10 in the country in goals scored with 61, and making their 4th trip to the tournament in Division I history. Last team in Pool A and the lowest seed of this tournament, the 12 seed Laramie County out of Wyoming in the Northwest Plains District. 10-3-3 their overall record after being ranked 19 in the final poll. They rank 8th in the country in corner kicks, making their 14th trip to the national tournament and trying to prove themselves as a bit of a Cinderella as the 12 seed. Moving to the next poll, we start with a number 2 overall seed, Seminole State out of Oklahoma. 19-0-1, ranked 2 in the final poll of the year, and they are number 1 in tons of offensive categories. Shots with 529, goals with 113, second in the nation with 97 assists, and making it to the tournament for their 5th year in a row, trying to work their way to a national championship. Joining them in Pool B is the number 7 team in our first at-large bid, the number 7 Salt Lake Community College. 15-2 on the year, ranked number 4 in the final poll of the season. Runners-up last year, number 9 in the country in assists, number 3 in the nation with shutouts, a strong defense for Salt Lake Community College. In the first at-large bid, a tall task with Seminole State ahead of them in Pool B. Final team in that second pool is the number 11 seed Cowley out of Kansas. Plains District champions at 12-3-4 on the year, ranked number 17 in the final poll of the season, 9th in the country in shots, making their first trip to the national tournament in D1 history, are Cowley. Moving to our third pool, starting with the number 3 seed, it is Monroe Community College and the winners of the East District. 12-2 on the year, ranked number 5 in the final poll of the year, jump up to that 3 seed in this bracket. Number 1 in the nation in PKs, also number 5 in the country in red cards with a pair, trying to stay disciplined as the 3 seed, making their 33rd trip in tournament school history, the most in D1 women's soccer. A juggernaut are Monroe Community College as the 3 seed. Joining them in Pool C will be the 6 seed Arizona Western and winners of the West District. 15-1 on the year, ranked number 10 in the final poll. They are one of the top goal-scoring teams in the country with 108 on the year. That is 2nd in the nation. They're also 5th in the country in shutouts with 11 and making their 2nd trip in school history. Final team to join them in the third pool, the 10 seed Navarro, another at-large team that is 10-3-5 on the year. They are 4th in the country in goals scored, 4th in the nation in assists, and 8th in the nation in shots. We'll see if that lethal attack can pan out against a tough Monroe Community College side and Arizona Western. we move to our final pool. 2 at-large bids still at play. The number 4 seed is a district champion, though. Eastern Florida State, winners of the Southeast District at 11-3-1, ranks number 6 in the final poll of the year and top 10 in the nation in shutouts with their 10 shutouts this year. The number 5 seed at-large bid is Tyler. 16-1-2, ranked number 3. No surprises they were going to get in. They are number 3 in the nation in goal score, number 2 in shots, number 2 in corner kicks. Really good attack and a really good team that potentially could make it out of that D pool. Final team, another at-large. It is Barton that makes it in. 14-2-3, ranked number 8 in the final poll of the year, 6th in the nation in shots, 9th in corner kicks, and they make it as the 9 seed. That Pool D is going to be very competitive with Eastern Florida State at the top, Tyler the 5, and Barton the at-large at 9. So let's zoom out and take a look at all 4 pools together, Pool A, B, C, and D, with the 3 teams in each, starting with the top one, Iowa Western, Hill and Laramie County, reigning national champs, trying to get out of that one, but a tall test with Hill and Laramie County behind them. Pool B, Seminole State out of Oklahoma, Salt Lake the first at-large, and then Cowley the 11 seed. Pool C is Monroe Community College, Arizona Western, and Navarro. And then Pool D, Eastern Florida State, Tyler, and Barton, one of the most excited pools that I am excited for, with the 2 at-large teams trying to work their way forward. Again, NJCAA Network has all of pool play. Once we get to the semifinals, it'll be available on ESPN Plus from November 12th to November 18th in Wichita, Kansas at Stryker Sports Complex. So a lot of excitement at play. We're excited to see how it plays out with the 12 teams that made it. Congratulations to the 8 district champions, those high seeds, and the 4 at-large bids that found out that they made it in today. So we will see you in Wichita, Kansas. If not, we'll see you on the NJCAA Network. Congratulations, and excited for November 12th.